thought I'd give a little update on one of my whips, work in progress. And today I'm looking at my Scrappy, I guess you'd call it 9-patch, my blue and red and white one. And I'll talk a little bit about how this is coming along. First of all, let me show you how I've got my scraps organized. I'm using these mostly as leader enders, but once in a while I'll just come out here and sew a bunch of them together because I don't want to do anything else. But I'm cutting scraps into blue and red and neutral 2-inch squares like this. These are my blues and the neutrals that go with them. Here are my reds and their neutrals. Love these little baskets. Granddaughter gave me those. And then this one, this little container I got at the Dollar Tree, I believe. I got a couple of them. And they fit these little squares perfectly. So these are, once I sew 4 of these together, the little 2-inch squares, I come up with my 3.5-inch blocks, and I just put them in here. And then when I get enough, I start putting them together into my squares. And these are going to square up to 9 inches. They're just a little bit over that, so I will trim them to 9 inches. Now let me show you how I started this. Get these out of the way. I started with, let me move these out of the way, with making my reds start at my top left corner and go through the center and then on the sides, and then I put the blues in between. And I've got 16 of those, different backgrounds and different patterns, tones. Like I said, it's a scrappy project. I love the little florals in the backgrounds though. I really like those a lot. Anyway, there's like 16 of these. But now I'm starting with the blues. Let's see. Yeah. With the blues at the top left corner and just doing it opposite. Blue, 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 and the reds on either side of the blues. The reason I have to do that is because when I start putting these together, I have to have opposites in order to make my reds and my blues coordinate with each other. I'll just do the ones that are on the top. So I would put a red and a blue and a blue and a red like that. But I would mix these up so that they're not the same. But now you can see how the pattern is coming along. Here's my reds. And what I'm thinking about doing is just, of course these have to be trimmed a little bit. What I'm thinking about doing is just making this one big block and then making however many of these that I need for the size of quilt that I want to come up with. But just putting them in big 4 patches like this. I'm not sure though. I'm going to wait till I get enough made to make a throw size quilt, and then I'll lay them out and decide then, because I might decide I just want to make rows of them and then put the rows together, depending on how my patterns work out. Like I said, I'm going to try and mix them up a little bit. But I really do like the way these are coming out. Here's a red that would be more compatible with the blues. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. put my reds back up here. Like I said, I have 16 of these, and I've only got 2 of these. So, and I just sat down and sewed these together this morning because I didn't want to think too hard about anything. But now I'll go back making my my little 4 patches when I'm doing my leader enders. And this is just really handy because I can just reach over and pull out the ones that I want to work on. I've got them all cut up here. And if I run low on something, I'll just look in my scrap containers and see what I can come up with that will coordinate with these, in my opinion. Alright, just wanted to do a little update on that. And then I just put them in here until I get ready to do this. So it's kind of a 3-step process here. But the good thing about it is that it can just be done along with everything else. So that's it for the update on my leader ender project. And I will see you soon. Nancy with Simply Quilting.